I'd like to call the announcement period to order. I also need to mention that, unfortunately, if you don't have a seat in the chambers, we need to ask you to go outside. We can't have people standing up against the walls. There will be an opportunity for people to swap out. There's a TV monitor out there that will let you know when the item that you're interested in is coming up before the council. So we absolutely do want to hear from everyone. And so if you know you are early on the agenda, then you, for example, if you're on a board and you're being nominated, then please stay on the front row. But if you're not in a seat, please move outside to the gallery and keep an eye out for when your item comes up, and then we'll rotate people in and out through there. I think my microphone is doing funny things. Thank you for your cooperation on that. I know it's going to be a busy night. I will now open up the microphone to council member announcements. Councilmember Fabian Bedney.
Yes, thank you. How should I address you?
Madam Deputy Pro Tem.
Madam Deputy Pro Tem, thank you. I wanted to let people know in District 31 that we have called a meeting for June 12th to talk about the Greenway, but many people have reached out to me indicating that they feel that the Greenway may have safety issues, that there's shootings and that sort of thing. When I reach out to the police, they tell me that there are no records of it. So in an effort to flush this out and get the community together and with the police, with enforcement, with parks, I call this meeting. So for people that are watching this on TV, if you have experienced anything in the Greenway that you think we should let the police know, the parks people know, please try to make it to the meeting. It'll be on June 12th, next week, at 6 p.m. at the Cambridge Community Club in the basement. We are going to be there with people from parks and from the police, park police, to talk about this issue. And if there is any issues that we need to address, for parks to have some data that they can work on. So that's my message. Thank you, Porter.
Thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember Antoinette Lee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to thank everybody. We had a community day last Saturday that was wonderful. I want to give a shout out for my beautification person, Mr. David Chilton, and his wonderful helper, Karen. We had people picking up things on the road. We had a dumpster there. It was fantastic. We are going to have another one, probably not until the fall, after it cools down a little bit. But keep your eyes and ears open for that. And in the meantime, our area has had a lot of trash dumped. So if you have some trash dumped, please go online to the hub and put that in, or either contact or email me, and we will see if we can get that trash picked up. But thank you again for all those that made Saturday such a success.
Thank you. Councilmember Pulley.
Thank you, Madam President. I have just a couple of community meetings I'd like to make people aware of. This Thursday, June the 7th, at 6:30 p.m. at the Granny White Church of Christ on Granny White Pike, just north of the Lipscomb Academy campus. In the Fellowship Hall, we're going to have a community meeting to discuss budget matters. We're going to have 4 department heads there. We're going to have Metro Water representatives there to talk about flood mitigation and how that could be financed. We're also going to have the Board of Education, Economic Development, and the Finance Office there. It'll start at 6:30 p.m., run till roughly 7:45, and we'll be able to impart some information to the community, and we also we care very much about hearing from the community about their questions. So we're going to have that meeting this Thursday, June the 7th. Next week, June the 14th at Hillsborough High School at 6 p.m. We're happy that our Hillsborough High School project is moving along as scheduled, and we're well into phase 1 of that project. And at 6 p.m. we're going to meet, I believe, in the library for those who are interested in updates on the project and where it's going, where it has come so far. We would encourage you all to come out for that meeting. So thank you very much. We look forward to seeing everybody out at those 2 functions.
Thank you, Councilmember Ed Kendall.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to announce there's going to be a free summer art camp on the TSU campus June the 11th, 13th, and 15th, which is next week. Those 3 days, I think, for probably about a half a day each. And it's sponsored by the Booker Autism Foundation of Learning, and it will be specifically for children, families with children of 8 to 12 years of age. And you could sign up for this. It's I have the email number, and I have it's a phone number, but it's actually a long distance number. But it's www.bafol.org, and the person is Jasmine Booker that you would speak to, or if you contacted Tennessee State University, you could ask for Professor Dylan Griffith, and she's there at TSU, as TSU is co-sponsoring this with the organization, the BAFL organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kendall. I will have a few announcements for District 18. There is a Belmont Boulevard traffic calming meeting to be held on June the 14th. That's Thursday night at 5:30 at Christ the King Church to discuss with members, representatives from Metro Planning and Metro Public Works options for the ever-needed traffic calming on many of our streets. So hope residents of the Belmont-Hillsborough neighborhood will show up for that. Also, to remind everybody that Movies in the Park continues at Elmington Park. It is a great family-friendly event. That's the next 3 Thursday nights, June 7, 14, and 21. Food trucks and festivities start at 5, and the movie starts at dark 30. And it's just a great time. And they are also making it a waste-free event, which I applaud. So it's an opportunity to see how you can have everything be either recyclable or compostable. So I hope folks will come just to learn about that part of it. Finally, there will be an Ashwood Avenue parking meeting also on June 14th, and that will be in one of the neighbors' homes to talk about trying to deal with a very narrow street and parking on both sides. And there will also be a sidewalk blessing to be held on Magnolia Boulevard for a new sidewalk that we're all thrilled about, Sunday, June 17th at 11:45. So if you live in the area and you're excited about that new sidewalk, come help us bless it. Councilmember Sharon Hurt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd just like to make an announcement. You know, I'm just peacock proud that we have the 18th annual Jefferson Street Jazz and Blues Festival upcoming on next weekend on Friday night on June 15th. We're going to open it up with a block party at Sobro, 5th Avenue between Demonbreun and the Korean Veterans Boulevard. And we've got a celebrity DJ, somebody by the name of Kid Capri. And we will have Will Davenport and Biz and Everyday People as our live bands at 7 and 8 o'clock respectively. And then at 9 o'clock, Kid Capri will come back after having opened us up at 5:30 for the happy hour. And we've taken donations of $5 for people to come and enjoy. It's going to be food trucks, vendors, and just a wonderful, wonderful time. Then on Saturday, June 16th, we're going to be at the Bicentennial Park. Starting at 12 noon, there will be Children's Pavilion from 12 to 4. We'll have children entrepreneurs. We'll have choo-choo train, bouncy house, and children entertainment, along with other vendors that are specific to the children. And at 4 o'clock, the concert starts with our local talent of Total Eclipse Band, Gail May, Richard Waters Band. We'll have a tribute to Nick Nixon with his sons Jeremy and Jonathan Nixon. And then we'll have Clarence Carter, and then the SOS Band, closing it out at 9 o'clock. And those tickets are for $20, and you also can get VIP. Nashville Jazz and Blues Fest.com is the website. You can go on Eventbrite and get those tickets and get the early bird specials. So I wanted to thank the entire city of Nashville and surrounding counties of people that have supported us over the past 18 years and invite you all to help us continue with this local event. We have local talents, local people who help support, and all of those who provide the equipments and the staging and all of them. We use local people, and we are really, really excited, and we thank you. And we do it all in the name of Jefferson Street Jazz and Blues.
Thank you. I know everybody knows she did that entire thing by memory, so you've been living and breathing this thing, I can tell. It sounds like an awesome event. Councilmember Antoinette Lee, do you have another announcement?
I do, Madam Chair, and I hope I'm in order, but I would just
Absolutely.
like to say we have a lot of educators visiting us in the chamber today, and I just wanted to welcome them.
Thank you. We welcome our educators. Councilmember Karen Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem Allen. I also want to give a shout out and thank you to all the service employees as well who are in the audience. They do a tremendous amount of work and never want to overlook them. But we love all of our educators as well as our service employees and everyone else who is here for the public hearing this evening. I am making an announcement on behalf of Councilwoman Brenda Haywood. We are currently in rules, and it is going over the time due to the Board of Equalization because of the assessment that has happened that has created the shortfall. So there are a tremendous number of questions for those that we are trying to reappoint to the Equalization Board that hears appeals of assessments, which has created some of the issues that we're having to deal with as a council. So as a result of that, the District 3 community, this Saturday, next Saturday, Saturday, June 16th, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Is that this Saturday? That's next Saturday, right? Next Saturday, okay. Next Saturday, June 16th, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, we are bringing Metro government to District 3 at the Parkwood Community Center, located at 220 Bellevue Drive. And this will be a time for you to learn about Metro government, receive community information, and a time for question and answers. The departments that will be on site for the community are representatives from the mayor's office, from Metro Water Services, specifically also the Stormwater Division of Metro Water, the Metro Hub so that people can understand how to utilize that, the Board of Education, Metro Public Works, Metro Codes, Metro Police, Metro Fire, Metro Action, Metro Social Services, Metro Parks, Metro Planning, Metro Trustee, the Trustee's Office, Charlie Cardwell, the Assessor of Properties Office, MTA, Affordable Housing, the Election Commission and Voter Registration, and an expungement clinic will also be on site. Food trucks will be available at this event. This event is facilitated by Council Lady Brenda Haywood. If you have more questions on this event or want to participate, you can email brenda.haywood@nashville.gov, or you can call 615-473-8339. And so Council Lady Haywood wants everybody to come out and learn about Metro government. In terms of District 29, I am going to be announcing at the next council meeting a community meeting. Many people have been asking about the upcoming zoning changes. I will be emailing those zoning changes out. Also, the opening of the new Smith Springs Regional Community Center is going to be happening around the 1st of July. It's been pushed back We originally had it on Saturday, June 23rd, but we're moving it back because of construction issues. So the next council meeting, I will have a more definitive date. And I wanted to announce that because I've had so many constituents out in Southeast Nashville asking questions about that opening. So again, thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem, for giving me the opportunity to make these announcements.
My pleasure. Councilmember Colby Sledge.
Thank you, Madam Speaker Pro Tem. Just a couple of things going on in District 17. On Thursday, the 7th, we'll have a meeting at 5:30 p.m. at Operation Stand Down on 12th Avenue South. There's a very exciting proposal for veterans housing that we're going to be discussing to go potentially on the parking lot over at Operation Stand Down. So that's Thursday, the 7th at 5:30. And then on Saturday, the 9th, we'll have the regular District 17 second Saturday meeting. That'll be 8:30 to 10 at the Midtown Hills Precinct. The big thing we'll be discussing there is planned water main replacement for 8th Avenue South. That's scheduled to start potentially later this summer. So if you're able to attend, please do 8:30 to 10 at the Midtown Hills Precinct. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Councilmember Larry Hagar.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just want to reiterate, this past weekend, we had our centennial in Old Hickory.
Congratulations.
And I want to give accolades to everybody involved. We had a dinner at the Old Hickory Country Club on Friday night. I had Congressman Cooper and a lot of other dignitaries show up. We raised over $4,000 at that dinner for our Community Outreach Center. All the volunteers there were great. Then on Saturday, we had a parade at 10 o'clock. I had the fire, police, sheriff's office all involved. We had several volunteers, and our committee members on the Centennial Celebration did a great job. We also had a play at the Lakewood Theater called Boomtown. If you get a chance to order that CD, you can go to the oldhickorycentennial.com website and order that CD. It's very original. We also had a time capsule that was made by Wayne Brzezinka. A lot of these were grants from the Arts Department Commission. And on Sunday, we had a community worship service with about 4 churches involved and kind of a potluck outside luncheon. So if you get a chance, go to the Old Hickory Centennial.com. You can order the souvenir book. You can order the CD. You can order any other type of memorabilia that we have, hats, shirts, everything is right there. But I think it was a huge success, and I want to thank everybody involved that volunteered and helped us make it such a great centennial celebration for Old Hickory. And I think everybody had a great time. I know the food vendor trucks ran out of food at 4:30. Masonic Lodge ran out of food. So we probably had over 1,000 people at that celebration. But I want to send accolades out to everybody that was involved to make it a huge success on this past weekend for that 100 years. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad it was great. I know you worked really hard on that. Are there any other council members who would like to make announcements? Seeing none, I will close the announcement period. The council meeting will start at 6:30, and I appreciate everyone doing such a great job of finding a seat. Thank you.